Hey there, today we'll be going through this question that is node with the highest edge score that appeared in today's weekly Leetcode contest 306, that is node with highest edge score. And the question statement is you are given a directed graph with n nodes labeled from 0 to n minus 1. Where each node has exactly one outgoing edge. The graph is represented by a given zero index integer array edges of length n, where edges of I indicates that there is a directed edge from node I to edges of I, and what we need to return is the highest edge score. And what is the highest edge score defined as? Let's just say that there is a simpler graph, something like 0 1 and 2. Sorry about that. What is the edge score for 1? The edge score for 1 is nothing but the number of incoming edges summation. So what are the incoming edges? That is 0 and 2. Incoming edges means that 0 is pointing towards 1, 2 is pointing towards 1. So that is the incoming edge. Okay. And what are the sorry about that. What are the values of it? The values are 0 and 2. So we'll just add it. Okay. So what is the answer for 1? If you have been told that return the maximum sum, okay, so you just need to return 1. Okay, why so? Because the index will be 1. So now coming on to the example part that is given here. So I'll just erase this part right here. Okay, and let's understand this with this example also right here. So what does this example say? So this example says that there is a graph right here which is given here, that is edges graph. And what does this edges say? Every index says that index 1, at index 1, this is the index 1, that is 0. So 0 says what? There is an edge from I to edges of I. What does that mean? That is there is an index, there is an edge from I which is 0 to 1. So that is what is drawn here, right? And similarly for all the indexes that is given here. So how do we find out that what is the maximum sum? I already hope that you have understood the question statement also, because this is a pretty easy one also. Okay, so what do we need to do in order to do this? So here you just need to have the concept of in degree array or out degree or array. Okay, so how do we do that? See, in degree and out degree means the number of edges coming in is in degree and the number of going edges are out degree. So here we just need to have in the in degree. And what does that mean? As you can see, how many edges are coming towards 0, or just see how many arrows or how many edges are there which are pointing towards 0. That is the in degree, right? So you can see 3 is pointing, 2 is pointing, 1 is pointing, and 4 is pointing. So these are the nodes that are pointing towards 0. So what is the answer for 0? Okay, and what do we mean by the answer? They have said the answer is the edge score. Okay, so what is the edge score for 0? It is nothing but the summation of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, which is also given in the example right here. So that is the edge score. Now let's understand how to find the in degree array. Okay, or how the in degree array will help us to find the answer of this question. So let's bring this up right here. Sorry about that. And I'll just erase this part also. Okay, so I'll be taking the smaller graph in order to explain you this one. Okay, and it will be very clear to you this concept. And this is a very important concept also, which is also used in graphs. So how do we do this? First of all, we just see that there is 6, 7, and 5. I've drawn an array of size 7 here. Okay. So now let's start with 5. So 5, in 5, you can see how many edges are coming towards 5. You can see that only 7 is pointing towards 5. So what can you do? You can go at index 5 and say, okay, I have 7 pointing towards me. So you write a 7, which is perfectly fine, right? Now coming on to 7, what can you see? You can see 5 is pointing towards 7, so you put a 5. Perfectly fine. But now you also see that okay, 6 is also pointing towards 7. What will I do now? The score will obviously increase because previously it was 5, right? But now 6 is also pointing to 7. So what will happen? What will happen? See, the score will obviously increase, right? The score will increase. And how do we say that it has increased? We do nothing but the summation, obviously, right? Previously it was 5, now 6 is also pointed, so what will now the score be? It will be nothing but 11 by the summation, obviously. Okay, understood? So this is pretty much it for this score of 5 and 7. Now what is the score for 6? Obviously no one is pointing towards 6, so what will be the score? You might have guessed it. Yes, it is 0, obviously, right? And they have said you just return me the index with the maximum score, which is nothing but 7. The index 7 is having the maximum score, that is 11. If you draw the complete graph, this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever there are, everything will be filled, but I've taken a smaller graph for example. Okay, and I hope you have understood this in degree concept and it will stay with you. So now let's get on to with the implementation part. So coming on to the implementation part, this is very simple one. So what we need to do is we just need to create an integer array of size n plus 1 for safety reasons. Okay, I just did this for safety reason, and mind you have to take a long because I got an integer overflow while I was doing it, so I took a long. Fine. The values could be a lot, like it could be up to 10 to the power 5. Every node can be up to 10 to the power 5. That is why I've taken long. Fine. So what is the integer array saying? It is nothing. This is very simple, very simple. As I said, they have said there is an edge going from I to edges of I. Edges of I, right? And what does that mean? Let's just come here and see. So if we just come here, they are saying that from 0 there is a edge towards 1, right? From 0 to 1 there is a edge. So what will be the score of 1? If you carefully observe, the score of 1 will nothing but be but 0. Let's just take a better example. Let's just say there is a edge from 2 to 0. Okay, this is a better example. So from 2 to 0 there is a edge. Okay, so what is the score of 0? The score of 0 is nothing but 2, right? Because there is a edge from 2 to 0, so the score of 0 is what? It is nothing but 2 right now. See, so basically whatever is at the left, you just add it to whatever is at the right. So this is the pretty simple thing for the in degree part. Now there is a edge coming from 3 to 0 also, as it is given here. Okay, 3 to 0 is also there. So whatever is at the right, you go there at that index and you add whatever is at the left, that is 3. Previously there was 2 also, so now also you have to add 3. So 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. So at this index 5 will be added. Okay, so this is a pretty simple one. I hope you have understood it. So in degree of edges of I plus equals to I. Okay, what does it say? Edges of I, in the edges of array of I, you add this index. Okay, and at the end of the day, what do you need to do? You just need to return the index with the maximum element. So this is an STL thing, C++ STL. In there you can use the max element property. That max element will return you the index. Okay, and if you just subtract the beginning index, what will you get? You will get the actual index. So this returns iterator, and if you just subtract the first beginning iterator, you will get the index. Okay, so this is the pretty short code and concise code. So I hope you have understood this explanation and the code as well. And yeah, if you did like the explanation, please do like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching.